So here is my HTML coding from last assignment, and you are able to see here that very little has been changed within the actual directions. However, in order to change and stylize across the entire page, I have put in the cascading style sheet. So in order to do that, you put in a tag of style, and you open and close that tag, and then almost everything that you decide to do is done within the tag. And so you put in directives with an entire icon, and then you'll put in brackets, open and closing brackets instead of tags. And from there, you can decide that all H1s are going to be, the directive here is the color, and then there's the descriptive teal. Instead of opening and closing, you actually do a colon and a semicolon. And then actually here I can put Helvetica and close it. Actually, maybe we'll put Century Gothic. And you open and close, and that ensures that every one of the H1s, although there's only one, ends up being that font family. You can, oh, that's where it went actually. So you can see there that immediately, as soon as it was changed, the font at the H1 changed as well. And so I text aligned it to be center, and then I closed the brackets. Able to do the same thing with H2s. All of my H2s are aquamarine. I could change that to just green if I wanted to. And every single one of the tags that are labeled H2s will end up being green. I changed the font size to 40, the font family to Century Gothic, close the bracket. In all of my paragraph tags, I decided to make the color light green, font size 16, Century Gothic, and then my unordered list, I actually made Century Gothic, but I colored it blue. You'd be able to do, again, just change the colors there, close it with the semicolon, and it changes that list. Within my table, I decided to make all of my headings, all of my rows yellow. So again, put in the tag name, brackets, put in the directive and the attribute there. And then what I wanted to do was to, if you're able to, or if want to only do one paragraph, because this has the heading down here right under hobbies. As you can see here, the beginning of it, the tag is just a paragraph. So when I want to change just that, you put in an ID within that tag. So ID equals quote, whatever you want to call it. I called it para 1. And then within cascading, I put in hashtag para1 bracket, and I decided to make the color black and the font family Helvetica. So although everything else is Century Gothic, this paragraph is Helvetica. And then I changed the body to a background of Gainsborough, so that's the gray color that you see in the background. And then I also decided to, with the pictures that I have, again, this doesn't render here, but it does on the website, I decided to make them have one border. The margin is automatic, hence the auto, and the background color is white. You can change that to red, and it would all change. Now this div, I allocated every of the divs to be this way, and in order to do that, all I have to do is put that tag before and after whatever it is that I wanted to alter. So here is my image that I had before with the actual URL, the width, the height, but then I edited the style. So the border style is solid, the border width is 1, And that's it. I realized that this is also a CSS alteration where just within the table the width was 70%. And I think that's it. That is my CSS across the board.